I'm TimeWillTellAll and you're watching my Let's Play guide for Minecraft SkyFactory 3. On the last episode, we finished upgrading our farm with fertilized dirt, so everything here now has fertilized dirt, which means these crops grow a lot quicker. We won't have a next boost to our farming speed until we get into roots or... oops. Or growth crystals. So for now this is as fast as it's going to go, and we can't automatically collect it yet because we don't have anything like a vacuum hopper or any redstone or ender pearls, so we need to remember to come over here and farm it, because if it's growing quicker and we're not actually collecting it, then what was the point of it growing any quicker? We also got this cactus down because we need cactus for one of the chickens we're going to be doing this episode. We got our next two resource chickens, so you can see them in there. We've got our flint chicken and our bone white chicken, and we're still breeding these smart chickens up. We also put a hen house in there that will collect the drops from the chicken automatically. And we made a mob farm. Sorry, I just forgot to open my macro. Okay. So in here this will collect the drops, and I just want to make sure, because I'm going to need a lot of logs, that this chicken is working at the speed that he can work, or she can work. There we go. And I do not really need string for the moment. I don't need feathers, and I don't need any of those eggs. And I don't really need the rotten flesh or the eggs there, so the chicken manure, we have more than enough. We'll get more than enough. Yes, so the mob farm that I mentioned is also over here. We just need to come over, whack them once, and we get experience as well. It doesn't automatically kill them, but it gets them to the point where we can breathe on them and they die. They're only on half a heart, so very useful for us to level up. And also for drops, we get the player drops from this as well, which means everything that could drop will. The only thing is there's such a mess of drops, and we already have a big selection of items that we need a way to sort through those. So to begin with, I'm just going to store the mob drops over here. The ones that I know that maybe we'll use anyway. And for the rest, we're going to make what you can see on the list. So we're going to make a loot bag recycler, which means that we can just basically sell off the loot that we're not going to use. And we will get... I'll put that there for now as well. And we will get loot bags for it. So we can turn unused loot into loot bags. There's no log chicken in there, it's just bugged again. So we just have another way to generate items from our mob farm, which is already giving us items. We're also going to make a lot more chickens. We're going to try and get all the dye chickens done and two more of the fun ones. So one of the dye chickens is a green dye, so that's why we've got the cactus. We just cook the cactus and we'll make green dye. Another one is the fun way chicken, and for that we need to make TNT. Now we've got a mob farm, we get gunpowder easily from that, so we can mix gunpowder with sand, and then we can go and feed a very hungry chicken a big explosive device, and it will turn into a chicken that will lay us fireworks, which is maybe not the most useful, but I want to make sure I get every single one of the chickens, so it's one of the ones to do. As well, we're going to need to make some more vector plates, so I'm going to cook up more stone because I want to make a squid farm, and I want to speed up the squid farm, not just use water to push them, but actually use the vector plates as well. So I'm going to need to do the same as last episode with the sugar, the slime and the stone. And I'm going to make the green one just cactus around an egg, so the green cactus dye. This is similar to the bone white chicken, where we can't throw it unless we want to risk a chance. We just put it in the egg nest and we'll wait, and it will turn eventually into one. For the loot bag recycler and the collector, I actually need one piece of iron for each. I have just enough to do that. So we'll make 2 pieces of iron and we'll cook that up as well. I would say we're going to kind of start Britannia in this one, getting some mystical flowers, but that's about as far as we're going to go. So I won't say that just yet. We'll get into it in a later episode, definitely. We'll make an area for it as well, which kind of reminds me we're going to need to make an area for our chickens very soon because they're going to overflow where they currently are once we finish this episode or during this episode. So the first thing on the list is the loot bag recycler, as I've already mentioned. Just some stone, a chest and a piece of iron. And we can use the same recipe and just move the iron above to grab the bag opener. So these 2 will let us deal a little bit with the drops from the mobs. These will open the loot bags automatically, and that will let us get rid of stuff that we don't want. Unfortunately, it's not everything, but it's enough. So I can just come over here, whack these again. See, we get flooded with random drops, and you can see how good this mob farm is. Every time we come over, it's basically full up. We just need to go away for a minute or 2 and do something, and it's waiting for us to come and empty it. The only problem is the small zombies, the baby ones, won't actually be on half a heart because our spikes are not low enough. But you won't really notice it when you're whacking away the others. You'll slowly kill those as well. We can't recycle spider eyes or heads, but we can get rid of the cobwebs, the gunpowder. We don't have any use for arrows. The rotten flesh, will get so much of it when we want it, we'll keep it. And you'll see it will turn the stuff we get rid of into points. And those points, when they hit 2,000, will actually give us a loot bag. And then what we do is we put that loot bag in the loot bag opener, and it opens it for us. And I have an armor. I don't like that armor though, so I'm going to get rid of that as well. So we have a way to deal with that, the drops, and when we get an automated killing farm as well, we can automate the crafting of the loot bags, because loot bags have many different tiers. 4 of one will make the next level, and each level drops a different set of items. So we can tick off the loot bag recycler. We have 2 of the chickens, but they're on different lines, so we can't tick them off yet. And actually, we already got a redstone torch, which we don't actually have any redstone yet, but this will come in handy when we need it. And we have a lot of other random bits. So I'm just gonna drop off the mob drops here for the moment. The heads will come in handy a bit later on. Oh, did I? Yes, I held shift. I thought they'd updated the drawers to have a 3D representation of the items, but no, I just pressed the wrong button. Yeah, we can eat that, we're a little bit hungry. And we have spider's eyes, we have apples, which we don't need them right now. Ah, we can keep them. Why throw it away when we can use it? Okay. I think we were cooking up stone so we can make more of these vector plates, and then we can start on that squid farm. We'll do the flint meshes after that because this is a little bit of a building project and I kind of want to get it out of the way as soon as possible. I'm making it as always bigger than I need to, but it's better to be bigger than too small. And also in this case, the squids do not spawn as often or as many as a normal mob farm, so a bigger space is definitely better for it. I think I'm going to make a chisel to have that available to us later on as well. And definitely need stone wands to finish off the squid farm. And we're actually going to finally use our basement level, because that is, we need to connect that to the bottom of our mob farm, because squids will only spawn on the Y level of 46 to 62. So if we have water in those levels, it will spawn. If you check the block text in the top left, we're on 57 at the moment, 58 when I jump, 59 when I jump one block up, and the top of the mob farm is about level 62. So the top of that is where we're going to start it, but the bottom of it, where we actually finish off, it's going to be down at our basement level. So I just need to connect this over to our mob farm, which is over there, and this is where we'll have to come down to collect the drops. they'll drop us ink sacks, which are what we can use to make the black chicken. I know we can also get the black dye from the mystical flowers, as we'll get some of the other dyes a bit later on, but this way we make a squid farm. We also get to get loot bags from the squids, and it's just a, I don't know, I like the look of the design that I'm going to use, so I'm okay with it. That's how we know we're going in the right direction. We can hear those mobs up there being damaged. Make sure we get to here, okay, and then I need to connect it to the other chunk. As always, I'm using the chunks as guidelines, so this is the corner of that one, and it's going to start here, so we're going to come down here and put that there, come around and connect it. So for a squid farm, it's important to also make sure that you're pushing them in the direction that you want them, so they don't need to be sitting in still water. Now, if you wanted to make a simpler version, which I would recommend if you're not very comfortable building like this, you can just make a pool of water anywhere. It can be still, it can be moving, and just as long as it's 25 blocks from your spawn point, it will eventually spawn a squid in it, and you'll just jump in and kill it. You'll need 8 of the ink sacks to make the chicken egg. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And yeah, you can do it that way. You'll have less of them, it will be less often, and you'll have to manually go in and do it. But it is a safer and an easier way than what I'm showing now. I know that I need to make kind of a pool, but mine is going to be a flowing waterfall from the top of there down to the bottom of here. And I'm going to be using vector plates just to speed up the rate at that the squids move to their demise. So I know that I need a kind of wall around there, and I believe yes, so I'm going to need also a wall here, because something I noticed that when you push the squid with the vector plates, if there isn't a block in front of them that they could accidentally hit, then sometimes it will look as though they're flying off into space, and as long as you put a block in front of it, that will not happen. Huh? Where is that not going? I don't have a block in my hand, that's why I'm just clicking randomly with nothing in my hand. Okay, so the squids are going to come here, come down there, and they're going to get pushed into this corner here, and this is where they will meet their end. And for that, we're going to need to build our makeshift waterfall. As always, step ladder is useful unless you walk inside it, like I just did. So we're going to start at the back, and I can't actually get that, so this time I'm going to need to use a block instead of a step ladder. Maybe I should make 2. I guess this is good enough for now. Right, so we're going to start the flow up here, and I'm going to need to remember to press F7 to check for spawnable areas, because I'm going to be using planks and monsters can spawn up here, and we don't want to make any more spots for monsters to spawn. No, it wasn't what I meant to do, but I'll use it, I guess. And actually I'm going to need to make that one higher, and I'm going to need to make this one higher as well, so that we don't have the water flowing out. So I'm just going to leave that on there for the moment. Yeah, we'll sort out the look of it if we want to change it at a later date. So we're going to have this come out by 8 as well. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And I kind of looks like builders work in progress, leaving their tools out. Alright, so we've got that there. We're going to have it one lower than that as well. I'm going to use a water ladder here because I feel that I am confident enough to not fall off. Hopefully I'm not eating my words. I've already done that once in this series with those bloody ropes. So we're going to start 2 down, and then we're going to go, so 1, 2, 3, And then there's going to be one there as well. 4. Yeah. And the reason I start too lower is because the vector plate won't actually let water pass through just like a normal block wouldn't. So we want to give it at least a 1 space drop so that the water starts flowing in that direction. And after that it's already going in the direction, so we just help it along with more vector plates. Although I don't believe that actually works on the water, but it does work on the squid. And on you, so do the vector plates at the very end before the water. Otherwise you're going to have a fun time trying to build this if you're copying what I'm doing. Or doing something similar. Alright, so we've got the first few layers. First few steps, which is great. So we're going to need to connect it to that bottom floor there. So I think I need to do 2 more. So far so good as well. No deaths, nothing special, and it looks like we'll have enough wood to complete it as well. So you won't have to watch me go to the chicken or the tree farm anymore. I'm gonna... Can I make that jump? No, we nearly had our first step, but I can swim up here, so we're going to do that instead. Yes, we're going to do that. Okay, and we need to move it over just by 1 more. Stay in here. Stay there. Right, so I need to go down by... Oh, not there. That will drive me mad if I know it's there, so I'm going to have to knock it. Yeah, right. We're going to have 1, 2. Okay, and I think that should, yes, that will connect it to that. So then we can just build this floor out. Which I should be using the builder's one for, because it will actually work in that direction. Finally use up the ones that we've basically broken with many of these little projects we've been doing. It won't build through water. Okay, well, make sure I'm careful now, because that's going to redirect the water, and I do not want to go off the edge. There we go. Okay. And make sure we have our wall along here as well, because as you can see the water's flowing out, and we want it only to flow in one direction when we actually finish this. Just going to go up and grab that. There we go. Stay here, don't push me off. Wonderful. And we can finish the steps. And that's not one of the steps. There we go. And the wall along here. We've nearly finished our squid farm. Yes, thankfully, so far, this has gone quicker than I thought it was going to go. And I haven't fallen off. I need to remember to put torches here as well, so we don't have those monsters spawn that I talked about, but I won't have to worry about that anywhere else, because all the rest will be flowing water, which means mobs will not spawn there. So we'll just shove that there, shove that out there, and oh, I can breathe because I actually finished it. Now, vector plates, holding shift so it doesn't push me down as well, and then let it push me. And again, nice and easy. Just think of it as a water ladder with some helpful hands. And we're going to push this all the way along here, all the way along here. Unfortunately, we don't have any more space for water unless we go lower, and I'm happy at this level It should give us between 6 and 10 squids probably. Depending on how much water we actually manage to fill this with. Doof, doof. There we go. So it's going to push them along here. It's going to push them off the edge, just like it's doing to me. And then I'm going to put one more here, which I can't do right now, so I'm going to do that. And it's going to push them sideways over there. And this is going to be like that, yeah. So it will push them off, hopefully, here where our drops will be. So let's not jump off the edge. Yes, thank God. Okay. And I can just stick a torch on there and a torch. No, I need... No, water's not going to be this high, so that should be okay. Just in case, I'm going to block this up as well. There we go. And it's good I did that because I can see there's still a spawn spot there. Okay. It's ready for the water. And that is an interesting path that I'm going to have to run back. And I guess I should actually as well put that there so the water doesn't flow off the edge. So we'll come in here and we'll be able to clear that out. Doo-doo-doo-doo. Like walking a tightrope. I definitely need to fill this floor out when I get some more wood and some more time. And look at that, everything is grown already as well. Not going to do anything with it for the moment. The mob farm is probably also full and this does not need to be there anymore. And for the moment we'll stick those there. You can see the mob farm is working wonders. Just going to go in and give it a whack or two. Loads of red dots on that minimap. And only so many mobs can spawn in one place, so if you actually do want it to always be useful, you do need to keep thinning it out unless they're automatically being killed. Nearly done. Nice and easy. There we go. Recycle, recycle please, recycle please, recycle please. Open these bags please. Even get worms in them, you see. And more arrows, which I do not need. And it's given us a bag, which we can move into our recycler. Okay, so we have it all ready for the water, but I'm going to need a little bit of water. So I'm going to make sure I take 2 buckets so that I have an infinite water source I can use. And my step ladder that I just put away is going to be very handy right now. Get back up here. So our water is going to be flowing. And to begin with, I'm going to do it like that. No, I'm going to actually have to run back and forth to begin with. We have an infinite water source here, so no worries. And a step ladder to very easily help us get up and down. And I'm actually going to start at the back so I don't have to worry about coming around here anymore. Huh? Well, I don't know what just happened there, but it looked like woof, the water that I just put down disappeared. I don't know why. Okay. Maybe a visual bug, but maybe an actual bug. There we go. That's still infinite, isn't it? Oh, I messed that up as well. No, that's still. Need to make sure I'm eating as well. Building is hungry work. And you can see we've already got a squid. And exactly what I said about it looking like it flying along is happening. And that's why we put it at the bottom. Otherwise you'll see them flying off the edge. And later on we'll actually put some glass there as well. So it looks like that the whole way around. You can see it's probably down the bottom somewhere. Or trapped in one of those vector plates. Will that be infinite now? No, it still won't be. Okay, it has to be still water. So I'm going to have to do it travelling back and forth. Yeah, so that squid was probably trapped somewhere, or it was already down the bottom. But it looked like it was floating in space. But that means we should already have some an ink sac down there to collect. And that was just... oh, another one. That was just with us going back and forth filling it up. So this is working out very well. And... is that a water source? No. It is, so why is it? There we go. Wonderful, and I'm just going to put a few more along the edge there and along the edge here. As well as... didn't mean to do that, but it works. Just connecting this across. Because we will be putting... and I guess I'm gonna make this one higher all along, or I'm not gonna like the look of that. Do 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 do. There we go, there we go. Just need more water. It will work as is, it will work smaller. But I want it to be as efficient as I can make it in this little space. Now because I want it to flow down, I'm actually gonna put water going sideways here. And I really should make a water source up here, but I guess this is good exercise for my legs. I'm not using them enough at the moment. Yeah, I was kind of worried about that. Okay. Save me. Okay. Do. Okay. Can put another one there, another one there. So you can see what it's doing. It's pushing them all directly down and into those vector plates. When you're, I think it's 2 or 3 above the vector plates, they still push you in the direction that they're facing. So as long as we don't fill it with too much water, any squid swimming there will be pushed towards the front where we will be able to grab its drops. I think that's enough. It might even be one too many. Let's just test this out. Whee! Ooh, ooh, ooh. You see how quick I got moved there? Okay, we just need to fill this as well. I know what I've done. Aha! Get on there. Yes, this is not meant to be like that. That is meant to be there. Because the water should not be flowing that high. That should actually be one lower. This is where I actually should be putting glass. There we go. There we go. Okay. Yeah. Now there should be no water there. Just, as you can see, it's completely dry. It's bone dry there because water will not go on top of these tiles. But squids will go down there and suffocate. And then it will bring their drops along. And I've really messed this up. At least I think I have, because I don't remember it being this awkward to make. It's all going down there. It's all going this way, which is great. And actually I want 2 more on that side. Can I jump that? No, so I might as well just keep increasing the side of this, I guess. Yeah. And don't forget the water. Doof. Doof. And don't forget how to jump. There we go. So we're going to want one along there And one along there. And 3 or 4 more trips and we'll actually be finished. And I can show you it working. Though it did look better when I made it, but I know why I need to put it with glass. Yeah. There we go, and I think that's 2 more. But every time I come to fill it up, there's a squid in there, so it's working. Just need to get a bit further away and we'll have a few more spawn because I'll have more time to. Yeah, so that looks like it's finished now, finally. I hope you someone's still watching after the amount of time that bloody took. But it was needed. Somehow, somewhere, I justify it, it was needed. There we go. So we have our multiple waterfalls all pushing the squid towards the middle, and that actually should be flowing in this direction, so I'm a bit worried it's not, but okay. The squid will get pushed along to here. Any drops from the dying squid will be moved here, and you can see we've already got our first 2 ink sacs. We do not need this to be so high. I'm just going to move this now because it's a complete waste of wood. And we'll stick a torch on there and a torch on there as well. Okay, so hopefully... yeah, let's swim back up this. I can now show you how it looks and how it works. So I do actually like the look of it as well, though I think I've made it a little bit differently than I originally planned. So we'll go over here. Go up into that treehouse we made however many episodes ago. Not that many because I haven't actually done that many, but enough. You can see those dots on the map, the grey ones are the squids. So we've got 6 in there at the moment. They're all being pushed forward because they'll swim off the top of those waterfalls and they will drop down. As soon as they drop, those vector plates will push them towards the edge. And they will slowly suffocate, which means that we will then have drops waiting for us down there. Or squid waiting for us there, you see? Wonderful! It's working, so we can tick off the squid farm. And I think that probably took all of the episode, but I am going to stick around and at least do some of the chickens. Because that was the plan for this, along with the fact I already, just from that, just from this one little trip, up to my treehouse, I've got 15, which means I can do the black chicken. All of that effort to a very, very quick amount of ink sacs. It was worth it. It was definitely worth it. And yeah, obviously we'll get more and more, and we'll get more loot bags as it goes on. Okay, so let's actually do some of those chickens now then. So one of the things we want to make is a pestle and mortar from Botania, because we will need all of the different floral colours and their dyes. So to make that, you need a bowl, a stick and a plank. And I'm just going to drop off some of these mob things as well, not the torches preferably, because we now have an ender pearl. We don't need any buckets for anything, we don't need these for anything. And we don't need any vector plates. We actually have way too many, but I'm sure we will use them at some point. I may even put them in with my chickens just to organize them. Just to push them in that direction. Right, we're going to need that dye, so I'll take that with me. I guess I can put those down there. And we can grab fertilizer, chicken manure. We've already got zombie heads. I've got skeleton heads. I'll get more, so I don't need to worry about that. And we need ink sacs. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Around an the other way around. 8 ink sacs and 1 egg. Now we've got our ink black egg, which is great as well. We don't actually need those ink sacs for anything else at the moment. Hopefully we might do later on. Oh, we will do at least for dark glass, because I do want to make dark glass. So there we go. We got our green chicken over there. We've got our black chicken here. So we want yellow and red chickens as well. A good way to get that is to use chicken manure or bone meal. to grow these yellow and red flowers. And just be careful you don't kill your chickens. I'm actually just going to right click, left click, because this will be easier and I've got enough of it. Normally you'd do it in an area, because one bone meal, one chicken manure can actually make multiple flowers. As you can see, it spawns grass on all of these tiles. But I don't have the space luxury right now, so I'm just going to spam right and left click and grab as many flowers as I can. I only need 8 of the yellow and of the red to get the dyes respectively, and then another 4 so that I can make my first floral fertilizer and go from there with it. So any of the mystical flowers I can turn into dye, into more mystical flowers. It's kind of a... They feed themselves, because you can turn 1 flower into 2 flowers, which means you also have an infinite set of dye, even if it's the same dye. You use that dye to make more floral fertilizer and gives you more chickens. So we have enough yellow. We need a few more red to make our red chicken, and that's good because we're getting lots of red. So we have enough red, and we just need 2 more dye to make our first bit of floral fertilizer. So yellow or a red flower, 2 yellow, 1 yellow or 1 red flower works. There we go. Okay, so we can make 2 more of our chicken eggs. So we put the flowers in there, we get the red dye, we get the yellow dye. With the red dye we can make our red chicken egg. And with the yellow dye we can make our yellow chicken egg. And with 2 yellows and 2 reds we can make floral fertilizer as well, so we can start getting mystical flowers. I'm going to put away the wood for now. I don't need it right this second. Stone I don't need either. And we're getting a lot of extra seeds we're never going to use. But for the moment I'm going to store them. Maybe we'll find a use. Maybe we'll set up a lot of farms at some point. Or just single block farms being fueled by bone meal or something else to give us resources if we need them at some point. While we're there we can breed the chickens. We've got more dye for more of that as well. We have our green, yellow and red eggs, so I'm going to tick that off. We have our mesel and porter. We have our pestle and mortar. We have our floral fertilizer. We have a black chicken, but we don't have orange and pink, so we need to breed chickens for that. And talking about breeding chickens, I need to make sure my smart chickens come on, just need to knock all this down so there's space for the mystical flowers to grow as well. Yes, I need to make sure my smart chickens are breeding. 6556, so you're gone, thank you very much for your service, you have been very useful, so have you. So we can put our floral fertilizer down. And we got a pink. Yeah, we don't even need to breed. If I do this enough, I can just get from my chickens. Oh no, that's a lily. Okay, it wasn't a mystical. Oh, it is a mystical. Okay. Turn the flower into petals. And turn the then plant the petals to get more of those flowers. So we have 2 blue here. Use some manure on it. I think I need shears, but I don't know. Yes, okay, so I need to go and get some shears quickly. We have stone now, so maybe we can make some stone shears. Stone. Ah, we can make flint shears. Just 2 flint, perfect. And we have just 2 flint, so it was meant to be. So with the shears, what you can do is, with 1 flower, you get 2 petals. With 1 big flower, so tall flower, you get 4 petals. All you have to do is keep replanting and then keep regrowing these flowers into these large ones. As long as you use shears, you'll collect the large flower instead of just breaking them into nothing. And you're basically doubling your flowers and doubling your petals. So here I already have enough to make 8 dye. If I put it with my bowl, my pestle and mortar, I can now make 8 of those, which means I can make, I believe it's the light blue chicken. Yeah, so I've got my light blue chicken. Just need to do the same again with the pinks. So put the 2 petals down, you basically plant the petals, grow them with some manure or bone meal, shear the flowers, and rinse and repeat. Make sure that you leave yourself at least one of the mystical petals so that you can do this again whenever you need to, especially when we actually get into Botania. We will need the different coloured flowers and petals for many different things. So here I still have 8 blue left, which is great. I can also now make 8 pink, and we can make our pink chicken. So egg, colour, not the flower but the dye. And the good thing is with any of the extra dyes, what we can do is we can put it with bone meal to make any more floral. It's not going to let me do that. With these, with the extra powder, we can put it with bone meal, as long as I leave some. And we can make some more floral fertilizer. And because we're using the mystical powders instead of the yellow and red dyes, we actually get more of it. So you see we've got 6 here. And we've got orange, and I think that's green, but we don't need green. And we've got light blue again. We've got magenta and lime. We've got yellow. Oh, there we go. So, we've even got blacks. We could have done it this way, I know, but that's like that Squid Farm. Oh no, don't kill my green chicken, I'm going to need that. That Squid Farm is working well, and just because I need to make sure. And I shouldn't. Oh, long jumper. No problems. Look how many ink sacs and how many squids we're getting here. So if you ever want to farm squids, this is the way to do it. Even loot bags. And actually, I can't pick up any of it because I'm full from my chickens. But yes, it's working well. Just like the mob farm, you can see the amount of red dots in there. Just run in once or twice. Just for fun. And to make sure I'm clearing it out. So we're progressing now. We've got resources growing. We've got resources dying. We've got resources being recycled. Slowly but surely. And there's a blue loot bag in there, which I'm going to want. We are growing everything we need. Things start to speed up now, which also means it's harder for me to keep up with everything. It's actually impossible for me to keep up with everything, which is why we will start to automate the collection of the resources so we don't have to. Right, we have a spare egg slot. And that reminds me, I need to shear this stuff as well. Alright, let's just get rid of our dyes that we don't use. We're not going to use the green dye for now. We're not going to use the yellow dye for now. We're obviously not going to use chicken or... we are going to need eggs. We're not going to use Inferium. And we're not going to use these seeds. We are going to use those. We're not going to use the hemp. And we're not going to use flint. Oh, which we had one of extra actually. We do need wheat because we want to make some more egg nests. And for those we need wheat. So let's keep this farm in use. Every now and then we can come back over, clear it out, make those hay bales, which will allow us to make more egg nests, so we can grow the chickens that we're getting. More than one at a time. So if I put a second egg nest there, I can put my light blue in. And we've got black already, we've got light blue, so let's put those at the bottom because we know we've got them. We've got pink already over there, we've got yellow already, we've got green already. So let's do our lime one now. 1, 2, 3, 4. And where is our manure? 2, 3, 4. Should be enough. Yeah, more than enough. Mix that with our bowl. Just need 8, and we'll make 12 so that we've got some for more floral fertilizer. Then put that with our egg. We've got our lime egg now. Yeah, we can do orange next. Doof, doof. Okay, and let's do that one more time. 1, 2, 3, 4. We have so much fertilizer and bone meal that we don't have to worry about using it all up on this. Actually, we want to use it on this because fun way chickens already laid a firework. So let's enjoy the fireworks. And we need 8 orange. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So we've now done our orange chicken as well. While we're here, because we don't need this, can I just put that like that, or do I need it? Needs to be in a 4. It needs to be, yeah. Okay, so we can make that and that. Let's keep the floral fertilizer coming as well. We need magenta, so let's make our magenta one. Ooh. It's a bit quicker to do it like this as well, instead of just breeding them all or waiting for them to hatch or anything like that. We can get all of the dye ones just by using the Botania dyes, powders. There we go, more than enough again, so let's get another, maybe we can get 16 I guess of those. Keep this because this one's done as well now, so let's make our magenta egg. There we go. And we can make some more floral fertilizer as well. And I can actually sit on this and it should speed it up as well. So it's on 34%. So let me sit here while I'm doing this. So, black, orange and pink. Ooh, we have pink there. We don't have orange yet. We do have orange. We should have orange. Orange. Blue. Pink. Did I make the orange but not make the orange? Yes, okay. So let me make the orange. So we have orange done now as well. So we can tick off black, orange and pink. Grey, lime and brown. Okay, so we need grey and brown. Let's see if we can get that from our floral fertilizer. Green, red, magenta, purple. No, none of what we want. Oh, we've got white. White is good for Botania. Not for now. We have brown. There we go. We have blue as well, so we don't need lapis. That's great. There we just need. We have cyan. Nice and easy. Let's get rid of all the ones that we don't need to do, so we've got space for the others. And let's remember the ones that we do need to do. Ah! One of the eggs hatched. Pink egg has hatched. Wonderful. We've done... Oh no, purple. Did we do... We've done magenta. No, that's magenta. We haven't done purple yet, so we do need purple. We've done magenta. We need cyan. We've done red. We need blue. We've done white. And we've done black. So... And we've done yellow. Can I organize like that? Yes. We've done lime. We've done orange. So cyan. Purple. Brown. We need these 3 now. So let's get those going. So brown. Up. 1, 2, 3, 4. Don't use the floral fertilizer. Make sure we use the shears, which we're going to have to go and make some more of as well. The chickens are going very quickly, and you can see the flying squid. They look like they're in a race. And we don't really have anywhere to put that stuff for now, do we? For the moment, we're going to put... Yeah, I guess we can put it over there, but it seems like a waste to do anything with it right this second. We needed one more flint, so we can make another pair of flint shears. Should be enough for now. There we go. Oh. Okay, and that will be enough browns. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And we can put 8 around an egg. Get our cocoa brown egg. And that chicken's hatched as well. So we've got our... Oh, no, we need a grey. We didn't get a grey from that, did we? We can we can breed the black and the white from the grey, but they're not big enough yet. Blue, light blue, and cyan. So blue, let's do blue. 1, 2, 3, 4. This way we don't need to see for lapis. We can just get the dye directly from these flowers. And can I move anything across? Yes, I can. Wonderful. Blues. And blue egg. And I saw cyan as well. This isn't cyan, no, this is cyan here. So let's get the cyan going as well. Tick off these lines because I know this episode is running probably a bit longer than normal, although normal is already long enough. There we go. Is that? No, there's no petal there. So we have enough now for our cyan chicken as well. Just 8 of these. Yeah. And 8 of these around an egg. This isn't hatch. 56, 23. So we have blue, light blue, and cyan. Yes. This is cyan, this is lapis blue. We light blue we already have. Purple and magenta, we have magenta here. Purple we're going to do now, so we can tick that one off as well. 1, 2, 3, 4. 3, 4. Oh. Only problem with these hen things and these animal traps is that just a single touch with anything sometimes will break them. Gotta be very careful around them. We were doing purple, I thought. So where did the purple go? Did I just break it with my hand and not with the... Huh? Ah, did I? No? Okay, so I've lost the purples. I'm not sure what happened there. I actually have no idea what happened there. Here we're getting full up with all these petals and all these eggs. Ah, did I put them in here? Magenta, no. So I've lost purple, but that's alright, we can find it again. Just need to do all of this. We got pink again, is that purple? Yeah, so that's the one we're going to get right now. We've got red already. We've got cyan already. There we go, it's purple that we want. We don't need all of those for now. Let's put these down. We've got green. 1, 2. Doof, doof. There we go. Make these. Get another 1, 2, 3, 4 going. 1, 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. Don't need the dirt, don't need the black. Purple works. Don't need the dirt. Purple works. Purple, yeah. Okay. Oof. Lots of work with all these chickens. But we are getting there. So we have now purple and magenta. And I don't know why, but I have magenta on 2 lines. We don't have chicken osto yet. Lime, grey. We need grey. We need grey. Why are we not getting grey? Grey, please. Grey, please. There's grey. Is that grey? Yes. Right. We don't need white. We don't need blue. We do need grey. Let's plant these grey ones now as well. Get rid of all of these extras for the moment. We'll pick them all up in a minute. There we go, greys. Grey. I'm gonna go grey. With all this talking. Hoppa. Okay. No, no, no. There. Grey. We just need 8 of those, and we finally have our grey one as well. Put it around an egg. Of these eggs, this egg's hatched, so we can get rid of one more egg. Now we have grey, lime, and brown. Just need light grey and the chicken osto. So while I wait, there we go, this one as well. It's good, it makes a noise, it lets you know when it's done. While I wait for those eggs to hatch a bit, I am going to put this flint away. I'm going to grab these dyes and I'm going to put them here. So we have an area for all of these flowers, just because we have trees here, so I guess it makes sense to have petals and flowers here as well, and it should be out of the way. I'm going to be very hungry now, so let's eat some potatoes. I finished my melon juice. That means I can grab the apple juice from up here and actually use that finally. Okay, so we will keep our petals up here. So all of our colourful dyes and petals will be over here. I'll keep the petals a little bit separate from the standard dyes because we're going to use the petals in Botania, whereas the dyes we won't. Yeah, we don't really need... Do we need more floral fertilizer? We might do, but we probably don't need that much of it. So let's just get rid of some of that. And we can keep the rest of that. We don't need all of those, maybe 6. And I guess we can quickly get some more of this. See if we can make another egg nest just to speed this process up. So much slower without the scythe. Okay. Yeah. Nice and speedy. Can make another 2. We're going to turn all of these egg nests eventually into nesting pens, so it's fine to make more than it looks like we need to begin with, and preferably not put them on top of there. Did I just lose that? Yes, I did. So be careful when you don't you dare. There we can put the yellow one. Run around, knock down these flowers. Hopefully not knock out the chickens. Are they ready to breed again? They might be. 5, 6, 5, 6, 7, 7. You see they're growing quite quickly as well now. The higher they get, the quicker they grow on top of that. Right, I need a light grey. A light grey. Anyone? Light grey. Going once. Going twice. Going 3. Ah, okay, I do have one. Perfect. Perfect. Right, we can finish off the chickens. We just need to run over to the mob farm. 2, 3, 4, and hope for a cake. Of course that's going to happen. I need to make another shear as well. Do I have any more? Do I have any more? Flint, just the one there. I have 4 of this. Shear are still on there. Prudentium, dark, golden, diamond, emerald, flint, clay. Shears, iron. Do I have iron? I probably don't have iron either. No, so we're going to make wooden shears again. wooden, 2 sticks, a sapling, and 2 planks. It's been a while since I've made these. And saying that, I need to... Can I? Yes. Let's just quickly clean these flowers again. And I also need to clean them from my bag. Yellow, red, brown, black, grey, lime. I need the light grey, don't get rid of that. But I can get rid of this one and this one. Green and pink. Oh, good. I didn't break it. I picked it up. And I came over here for... Yes. To put this there. I didn't, but I'm going to. To grab 2 of those. Some of those, and 1 of those. Because I need to make some wooden shears. And that should be the last set of shears that I need. And I'm going to run over to the mob farm as well, because we're probably overrunning on this episode by a long way, and I need to pray for a cake. Give me a cake. Give me a cake. Give me a cake. It's my birthday. Give me a cake. Come on. One of you must be celebrating a birthday. There's enough cake to go around. Give me a cake. Is there a cake? Give me a cake. No cake. Give me a cake. Give me a cake. I'm gonna cry. Give me a cake. The only thing that I haven't managed to get. Just a cake. Just 1 cake. Cake. Of course not. Normally you give me loads of cakes. When I want a cake, you give me 0 cakes. What's wrong with you people? Last time I ever invite you to my birthday party. Well, redstone is, I guess, kind of a nice present. Although I have no space for it right now. Glowstone, batwing, redstone. No cake, so we might do, actually, in the next episode, the chicken osto. Because it just wants to be a pain in the ass and not give me anything. Yes, mystical. So now we have enough to do our final dye chicken. Just 8 mystical light grey. And we have our light grey egg. Oh, I can breathe. All of the dye ones are done. Just clear up this area because we will use it later for Botania when we want to actually get... No, we won't. We will make a different area for Botania. But I don't like this area being messy anyway. I want to hit the flower, not you. Thank you. Okay, we can put another egg nest down. Lime. Cyan. Cake. No, but a slime crystal and some obsidian, so I really can't complain, I guess. Cake. No, but a focus sash, which we do want later on anyway, so... Oh, we don't want it, actually. We're going to throw it. We've had enough. I feel like this episode has been long enough. No, 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 don't you dare. So, I am going to sign off on this one. I'm going to tick off the magenta and light grey, because we did do that. And actually, we'll do the flint meshes and we'll do the chicken osto in the next episode, because this has gone on far too long already and I don't have any luck with the cake. On the top is my most recent video. It may be from this series, it may not. If you enjoyed this, you might enjoy that as well. On the left is a previous episode in this playlist. On the right is the next one. And in the middle is me. If you liked it, please leave a like, subscribe, leave me a dislike, leave me a comment, give me some feedback. Take care, guys. Bye-bye.